Welcome back to Pop Culture Explosion. This is Mike, and I'm here today with Paul.
Here at Pop Culture Explosion, we watched this movie like 4 years ago. Then there's uproar. There's intense fan requests. Then we get our HBO subscriptions. And then, Mike, what are we talking about today?
Today, I'm talking about the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League.
Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League. Did you ever think that this movie was ever going to happen?
No.
Neither did I. Either did I. And then we saw a trailer of this, like, what, 3 months ago or 2 months ago?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, for the record, I did not like the original Justice League movie. I just thought it was a horrible movie. What did you first thought of that movie?
Yeah, I liked it for face value, like fun popcorn movie, but that's about it.
All right. So I guess my first really question to you, Mike, is I know that there was I don't want to say a small group, but there was a very vocal group
Hmm.
demanding that this movie be created.
Yep.
Did we need to have this movie created?
Yes. 100%.
Why?
I feel like too much studio interference ruins movies. I wonder how many movies get ruined because of studio interference.
Most of them.
Yeah,
Most
and
of
this
them.
is a case where the artist was allowed to do what he wanted to do and give us the vision that he had, and I think that in this case it worked.
Now, this movie was 4 hours long. Do you think he could have done the movie justice with maybe it being 2.5 hours? Or do you think he maybe, because in my humble opinion, he probably had another hour or two of content that he could have done? And why not just break it up into a 3 movie trilogy?
Well, there's a couple things there. No, I don't think he could have done this in 2.5 hours. But for me, 4 hours is a stretch for a movie. I don't have time to sit around for 4 hours and watch movies. I just don't. So, this movie was
and I do
very
because I did. So
well. This movie was very broken up for me. I watched half of it, and I started it again. And then the HBO Max wasn't cooperating. So it made the experience all busted up for me. So it took me like 3 sittings to try to get through it, and that's annoying.
that can be annoying and disjointed. I did watch it in one sitting. I think I took a 5 minute break or a 10 minute intermission, but I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna plow through this. This is my job, and that's what we're here for. So the fans finally did get what they wanted.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the differences. I mean, do you view this as a completely different movie or just a modified version of the
No,
Justice League?
100% different. Different.
Yep,
Yeah.
I would have to
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there were scenes that I remembered from the original movie. I mean, there
Sure.
was definitely, yeah, that was a fact. But there was just enough changes, in my humble opinion, that this really did feel like a fresh, brand new movie.
Yeah. 100%. Yep.
Uh, what'd you think of the characters?
It was great. I think that they were each given the time that they needed. I mean, in different ways, of course. Like I know what we talked off screen about Wonder Woman and whatever, like given more of an expositional role and stuff like that. But for the most part, we got more cyborg. We got a little bit deeper in the flat. You got more, and I think that no pun, but that gave the characters justice. I think he did it as well as it could have been done.
And you know what? I thought Steppenwolf was one of the most generic bad guys. I mean, Marvel has a history of generic bad guys. DC held their beer. They gave them their beer, and they even made so much more of a generic bad guy. I liked Steppenwolf so much more in this movie.
Yep. Yes. 100. Yes.
Uh,
I mean, this
I
was a
mean,
fleshed out character. He was given a motivation.
yep.
You got to see. I mean, this wasn't just some. I want to take over the world. He was really feeling that he needed his redemption. He made a mistake. They gave you a lot of screen time with him, also.
And he was scarier. Not
Yeah.
not just with the CGI look of him, but even his voice. I mean, he was scarier.
He
I'm
was
like,
a
oh my goodness.
formidable foe for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw him in the original movie, it's like boom, boom, boom. Superman shows up, it's over. Okay, that was kind of boring. In this one, the Justice League without Superman, they could not take him at all. There was no way. And that goes right to my next point. The CGI improvements. I
Yeah.
thought they were incredible. I thought the CGI was so much better in this one than the first.
Well, and it's been a while since I saw the original, so I can't speak to that. I am gonna go back and watch it now because I'm very curious.
Why are you going to punish yourself by watching
Because
it
I
again,
have
the
to know,
original?
because it's gonna give this new one so much more value. I think.
No, I see your point. Now, I thought the battles. What did you think of the? I mean, there were like three. There were more than three, but three really stand out to me. The one with the Amazon ladies, the sewer scene, and then the finale. Um, is it my imagination, or did those fights in the new cut? Did they seem more intense and more threatening?
Yes, and they're much more of a payoff because of the slow burn feel of the movie. We're digging into characters, we're kind of telling a coherent story that I actually could follow and makes sense and I could get on board with. And then bam, you got then it's the payoff. Then you can really get, it's not just like just tacked on and slopped together, you know. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, so did I. And of course, I'm watching this movie, right? And it's coming to an end. And I'm like, where's the Batman Joker scene? Because for me, that's what I wanted to see. I was so, Suicide Squad and what they did with Jared Leto's Joker, I thought was just an abomination.
Terrible.
But this one, his representation, I thought was amazing.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah,
It's not the same Joker at all.
yeah. I mean, Batman swears now. That's something that we're really not used to. He cursed a few times, which I thought was
Yeah,
kind
and
of fun.
I thought I saw an R rating.
I forgot the rating of this movie,
Yeah, there was
but
some MFs dropped. There was some F bombs in there.
yeah, I thought Superman showing up at the end. Oh, I forgot, guys. Spoiler. We gotta do make sure that we do a spoiler warning on this one, Mike.
Yeah, I'll put it in the
Um,
beginning.
yeah. So I thought the final with Superman was pretty good. And when I first saw the original movie, I didn't care if there was a sequel or not. I want a sequel to this movie.
Oh, there's so much more that there's so much going on in this movie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, guys, and we're scratching the surface. Matter of fact, Mike and I are planning on doing two more videos on this very topic. One, we want to spend a full video just talking about the characters of this film, and I think the epilogue alone needs its own video. Um, Mike, before we wrap up, are there any final thoughts you have on Justice League?
Well, I love this movie. It's a great movie. The pacing was good. The tone was consistent. It was very entertaining. We got to spend time with each of the characters. The movie was allowed to take its time, and nothing felt tossed in or tacked on. Wow, I'm gonna watch this probably a couple more times at least.
I enjoyed it. This is definitely going to be a one-hit wonder for me as far as watching it. I don't have time to watch a 4-hour movie two more times. I enjoyed it. I got the HBO Max subscription, not just for this movie, but another movie comes out next month called Mortal Kombat, which I'm pumped about. So I liked it. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Awesome.
So Mike, and with no final thoughts, I want to thank everyone for watching us. What are your thoughts on this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you watch it? If you didn't watch it, do you plan on watching it? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section down below. Please smash that like button. It really helps. And for future content, please subscribe. So Mike, with that being said, peace
Peace
out.
out.